Hello, everybody. It's me, Darlene. I did not realize that yesterday my little dog Winston was here with us on the couch. I knew he was here at one point, but I didn't know he stayed. Yes, I have another dog named Churchill, Winston Churchill. Yes, obviously, we are history buffs, and we obviously have great respect for Mr. Churchill. He had his flaws, but this is a man that had great courage to stand up against the Nazis. He was alone at one point. He didn't have any support, as we saw in Gary Oldman's magnificent portrayal, A Darkest Hour. I'm not talking about courage today, though, as much as I think it's a wonderful virtue. And I'll talk more about it again. I'm not here to debate courage versus gratitude, as I said yesterday. I'll leave that up to the philosophers or the sociologists or whoever else wants to get involved. I think they both have their place again. But I want to go back to gratitude, because what prompted me to talk about gratitude was something a client said. And I want to talk about how we need to bring it to the workplace also. And many people already do. So please forgive me if I sound like I'm being patronizing, but I hear this all the time. I'm a therapist. I hear people from all walks of life, including corporate America. And as we know, Gallup did a poll in 2013 that indicated much lack of harmony, should we say, with the American worker. Not in all places, but in many places. And to make a long story short, what they determined was if managers and leaders and supervisors all gave some kind of positive messaging, encouragement to their workers, that the productivity of the workplace would double. That's major. Yeah, I still hear stories. Darlene, it's the culture. Now, I'm bringing this up today because as of a few days ago, I had a lovely client who was behind in their work. They knew it. They were a little slower than some people for a number of reasons. And so they worked extra, and they told their superior, their manager, they were doing that. And they caught up. And they shared that with the manager. And guess what they got from the manager? Crickets. Nothing. I said, nah, thank you? No. How about good job? No. How about just one word? Thanks. Yes, it's sometimes difficult to do that if you think someone is not maybe being the best they can be, or if they're being the best they can be, but it's not up to par what you think. But sometimes we're all works in progress. And if you give a little, you get a lot. We must remind ourselves that you leverage more when you're positive. It's like a child. They go in, you finally say, clean up your room, and they do. And then you find you didn't make the bed right. Instead of saying, wow, what a great job. And then maybe next time, say, you might want to fix the bed this way. Now, I don't mean to be here telling, everybody that I'm such an expert and perfect at this, but I do know that gratitude takes us a long way. Parent to children, spouse to spouse, and especially in the workplace. What is wrong with reminding someone that they mean something? So this happened so recently, I had to return to it. I truly believe that we cannot be docile when somebody is poorly performing and you feel that you can't approach them, but there's ways to do it. Words are truly like fine surgery. But when someone's trying and they're doing a better job, let them know. Thank them. Great job. Excellent. Or even thanks for the effort. So few words. Now I'm going to say one more thing about this. Some people make excuses. They say, oh, they have Asperger's. This is the new world. And I get it. Asperger's, ADD, OCD. We all have stress. Many people get anxious. That tends to be my thing, anxiety, if I had to pick something. Depressed. But we have to function in a civil society. And one of the ways is learn to be polite, learn to be civil. And if you don't know how to do it so easily, and for some, it may take courage to be grateful. I tend to be more effusive. Not everyone is, and I understand that. But it's a skill that can be developed. Habits can be changed. They start in the conscious mind. They go to the unconscious. This is a habit, being able to say it. Brushing your teeth, driving your car, eventually becomes unconscious. I know it's a much more emotional and more complicated issue, but you can put notes by your desk if you forget. If you know that this is not something easy for you, notes, reminders, there's all kinds of ways. I'll share one more thing so I don't take up too much of your time. A few years ago, I had a client who had a son, young kid, he's about 10 or 11, but she was worried that he could have some elements of Asperger's. So what did she do? When he went around to sell cookies for school, she said, my dear, Just look at the people. She said, just look them in the eye. She wanted to teach him the skill at a young age so he could ward off some of those more embedded behaviors that we gain as we get older, tougher. They stay much more in habits in our mind. They're tougher to extract. She wanted to get that at that age. But we can still extract them even at 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 with the blessing and the gift of neuroplasticity. That's it for now. Have a lovely day. And I'm sorry if it was flickering a bit. I'm still a work in progress getting this lighting correct. And I just give some thought. And for those of you who are managers and leaders already doing that, bravo, brava, and bravo to you. In the meantime, have a lovely day and bye for now.